Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis meeting once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. Yeah, I decided to go with my laptop this time because I just felt like it. But anyways, yeah, little guest star right here. Little Lecter, just having fun on the bed. I'll just let him be so I can do this video. Anyways, I know I'm late on this video yet again, like 2 days late. I saw this on Saturday, so anyways, let's get to it. So, today I'm going to review the Happytime Murders, which is the Happytime Murders is a film that definitely is not what you think it is. Like if you haven't seen any trailers, you just looked at the poster thinking, "Oh, is this a kids movie?" No. Okay, so the Happytime Murders is directed by Brian Henson, son of Jim Henson, and he makes his own movie and changes the stuff that you would normally see in a puppet movie. Like, there would be singing and dancing and messages and stuff. Not with this film, though. It changes it up big time. Like, there is just so much, like, you know what I'm getting here. There is violence, there is cussing, there is sexual content, stuff that is really not appropriate for young children. Okay, so this is about a puppet named Phil Phillips who goes out on a mystery case with his old partner Connie Edwards, played by Melissa McCarthy, to find out who is killing the members of the Happy Time gang. And that's basically what you got in this movie. It's a buddy cop movie, except it has puppets, and basically puppets are getting murdered. They're getting torn apart. They're getting shot. Stuffing comes out. So if a kid sees this, and if you take your kids to see this, then you're probably going to be the worst parent ever. I'm sorry. And I was really looking forward to this movie. I was really hoping that Brian Henson, knowing the fact that it's it's Brian Henson, he's responsible for all this, not some guy that's just like making fun of him or something. No, this is his own work right here, and that's something that I really have to get credit for. Overall, I was slightly disappointed with the movie, but all in all, for the most part, I still had a pretty good time with it. Now, of course, let me get into the puppet work. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Jim Henson and his direction for the movie really isn't it really isn't perfect, but where he really nails it is the puppet work. They feel like they do look like puppets from stuff like the Muppet movies or Sesame Street and stuff like that. It looks absolutely excellent here. And that's like the biggest thing I can say about this movie. Melissa McCarthy, I can say she is good. She is mostly funny here. Some of the jokes really didn't land that hard, which was kind of a letdown. But for the most part, I found myself chuckling and just laughing so hard at the stuff that happens in this movie. Like, here's one thing I was surprised by. There wasn't, you know that scene with the silly string? Yeah, that's the only scene you're ever gonna get that's over the top. Like, you basically know where I'm getting here. I was really surprised that there wasn't much more of that humor in this movie, which actually isn't a bad thing. Like, it doesn't always focuses on stuff like that. Like, I know I could just be saying what it actually is, but I have my reasons. But I'm trying my best to see. Okay, you know what? Forget about it. And here's the thing. The puppet. Here's one thing I really am happy with: the fact that it focuses mostly on the puppets. The main puppet character. There's not that many human characters. There's not a lot of screen time with the human characters. We don't even see Melissa McCarthy until like I don't know, 10 minutes into the movie, which I thought was really surprising. Another thing I was disappointed with is the funniest things are the stuff that happened in the trailer. They're mostly the funniest things that happened in the trailer, and it really didn't get that much better than that. Unfortunately. Also, here's another thing. It's basically, you know how in a lot of cop movies, there's they're pretty cliched. We understand what's going on. That's basically this movie, but the fact that it has puppets. And the jokes for the most part landed. I was really surprised with how we don't really see that much of the character's screen time in the movie night. It mainly focuses, of course, on the main puppet character, Phil Phillips, which I thought he was absolutely hilarious in the movie. He's cracked so many one-liners in this, and I thought it was absolutely excellent. And for the most part, what can I say more is, I can see where critics are coming from with this movie, although I wouldn't say this is as raunchy as Sausage Party, which this is another thing I'm going to reference to. I was hoping it would be as good as Sausage Party, but I might like Sausage Party a bit more. That film's already gained so much controversy and already gained a lot of backlash, excuse me. But I still enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, I still enjoy the movie. And this was a bit disappointing, the fact that it isn't it isn't as over the top as Sausage Party, because that film is also disguised as a kid like a movie, but no, it involves a lot of really disturbing humor, not suitable for kids. So it's basically like that, except with puppets. Also, people have had so many similarities with Who Framed Roger Rabbit in this movie, and I didn't notice that until the movie actually came out. And I can definitely see it. It's basically, how the first Who Framed Roger Rabbit, not the first movie, there was no sequel, but how Who Framed Roger Rabbit, of course, it was a crime movie and involved cartoons and stuff like that. How cartoons are getting killed. It's basically like that, which might be a problem to some people, but it didn't really bother me at all. And yeah, for a movie about puppets getting shredded up, it was really disturbing, believe it or not. I was actually like, wow, they're actually doing this. Like, there was this one scene involving a hot tub that I do not I do not want to talk about. It isn't like sexual or anything like that. It's just like, whoa, I can't believe they did that. It's actually pretty funny. But I can't really say it's that disturbing since it is just puppets. Mainly the violence is basically caused by puppets, like no people get killed. Okay, another thing that I can say was kind of like off about the movie is that Melissa McCarthy, she was injured one time, and when she had to get surgery in the movie, and it was just like, okay, I'm not really sure if I could buy that or what. If you watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But so yeah, overall, the Happytime Murders wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, but all in all, I didn't find it to be a bad movie. There is some really, really comedic humor. I thought some of the puppet characters were memorable. Mainly, they didn't really have that much screen time. I would have liked to see more of them, but hey, at least we got the main character, the main puppet, and I'm glad that it focuses a lot on the puppets and not the human characters or Melissa McCarthy's character, because it isn't really about her, no. It's about Phil Phillips' main puppet character, which I can say I'm very pleased by. And the puppeteer work, once again, is absolutely solid here. I just wish, there could have been a lot better jokes. At least it isn't, extremely, gross out, you just want to turn the movie off. But also this does, if you watch this movie, it might remind you of Team America World Police a little bit. But I don't really need to talk about that. But anyways, overall, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. So it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, but all in all, I wouldn't say I agree that much with the critics. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There are still so many movies I want to see, it's ridiculous, but, there isn't going to be that much time, for me, because, next week not next week, what am I saying here? Next month, actually, I'm going to be taking, this, big vacation to, First, we're going to go to my aunt's wedding, then we are going to go to California for my birthday, and it's going to be super exciting. Hopefully, I'll have a lot of videos there for you guys. I'll try to get out as much as I can. And, oh yeah, also, last weekend I also got to see, the IMAX showing for 2001: A Space Odyssey, and that was absolutely amazing. One of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater. Like, it was great to see something that wasn't run by Phantom Events, so it can be put out more. I just thought it was absolutely cool. And, I just love the movie even more now. If it's playing near an IMAX theater near you, then definitely check it out. It's only playing in IMAX, though. So, it's either spend more money or just, watch it at home. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Word out.